So, at the beginning of the story, we are shown the same ship that was heading towards Australia, whose captain was Petrov. Petrov was not only a captain but also a very good person. The lives of the people on that ship were more than his life. Now the ship was moving forward while floating in the sea of ice. But a little further they find out that a very big iceberg has blocked their way. Now after knowing about all this, Petrov orders everyone to turn the ship to the right so that they can go from the side of the iceberg. When their ship passes through the iceberg, pieces of ice start falling into their ship. In the meantime, the ship gets a shock, because of which a man falls into the water with his dog. Seeing him, Petrov goes to save him. He wanted to climb the ladder, jump into the water and save that man. But the second captain of the ship tells Petrov that what are you going to do? You want to put everyone's life in danger because of a man. The danger has not been removed from us yet. We will have to keep moving forward. There was an argument going on between them. Then a man jumps into the water to save his companion. But he sees that the water is cold, and because of the very cold, his companion drowns in the water and dies. But his dog was still alive. He saves him and brings him back to the ship. But the water was so cold that the man could not say anything because of the cold. Felt like his voice was gone because of the cold. But now the iceberg was a big challenge for them. Moving forward, the ship's radar system also broke down, which was an even bigger problem for them, because the radar is used to tell them where the ice has settled in the water. But now, because of its breakdown, these people could not even tell that. They took their ship out of that storm, but still, a very large piece of that iceberg was moving towards them. The second captain here calls Petrov responsible for everything, like getting stuck in a storm on their ship, the death of one of their men, and the breakdown of the radar. Petrov was responsible for all these things. That's why now he makes a report and sends it to his head. Although the other people on the ship refused to do this. They knew that Petrov was such a good captain and he could never do this on purpose. Now the second captain made the report and sent it to the heads, so they agreed to it. And Petrov is removed from his post. He also said that until a new captain does not come, the second captain was made the new captain of this ship. After a few days, a new captain is sent with the help of a helicopter. When the pilot was landing the helicopter, his suit caught fire due to the heat of the engine. The people on the ship quickly come to him, extinguish the fire, and save the pilot and the captain. But despite this, the new captain, instead of thanking Petrov, tells him that he is not a good captain. The new captain was very rude and strict. When he comes inside the ship, he sees a man playing with a cube. The captain takes the cube from him and throws it away. Then we see the surrounding scene. There was snow everywhere and their ship was completely stuck. Neither the ship was moving forward nor was it moving backward. On the other hand, we are shown the city of Moscow where Petrov's wife, who was a journalist, talks to the minister there. Petrov was putting pressure to help her husband. On the other hand, all the people on the ship were meeting how to save themselves from this storm. Then one of their colleagues says, why don't we take out the petrol from the ship and make a very big blast, which may open the way to go further. Petrov was getting this meeting done. Sometimes a new captain comes here. He shuts down this meeting. It seemed to him that he did not like Petrov at all. And he also refused that man's plan, which was to make a blast. But Petrov didn't feel right about this either. The new captain tells everyone here that the fuel you are talking about using to make a blast, we may that fuel in the coming days. That's why the captain now spreads the news of emergency everywhere that their ship is badly stuck in the snow. That's why they now have to shut down the ship's lines. Because they didn't know when their ship would leave here. That's why they have to save everything. Now Petrov thinks something is here. He was not going to stay silent like this. He thinks about how long will we be stuck here and waiting for help. That's why now he gets off the ship to learn about the snow mountain with a flare gun. At that time he was seeing the helicopter pilot who had brought the captain here. But he says to Petrov that you don't worry, I won't tell anyone about this. When Petrov gets off the ship and goes ahead, the snow has frozen on the water. When Petrov goes a little further, he gets the same cube that the captain had thrown. But there was a snow pit in which he fell. That's when Petrov fires the flare gun. The pilot standing away from him had seen that he was in trouble. That's why he had come to save his life with the rest of the crew of the ship. He is now taken back and shown to the doctor. The new captain was scolding him a lot for Petrov's behavior, but he didn't come empty-handed. He had a lot of information. He tells the captain that a very big snow parrot is coming towards us from behind. If no one comes to save us here on time, we will freeze to death here. The captain asks him, "What evidence do you have?" He shows the captain his throne cube and tells him that you threw it far away. So that's why it should have been far away. But I got it close. This means that it has come close to us because of that snow parrot. When the captain hears this, he also starts to believe his words. But he doesn't say anything to him and quietly leaves from there. On the other hand, some people on the ship were playing the guitar to get rid of their trouble. The captain comes there too, who snatches his guitar from those people and breaks it outside, and also tells him to remove the snow from the outside of the ship. Petrov, who had been the captain, tells his new captain that you don't have to be so strict with everyone. I know the defense minister doesn't care about us. No one will come to save us, because the weather is very bad from all sides. Cold winds are blowing. That's why we should be together so that we can face this problem together. We see that their ship is covered with snow every day, and the snow had increased by 2 to 3 inches on their ship. Petrov tells the captain that we should ask for help from Australia. But the captain also refuses to believe him. The snow had started to come inside the ship, and that's why there is a hole in the lower part of the ship because of the snow. And the water was now coming inside the ship, which spoils all their food. And the clean drinking water too. Now all the people on the ship closed that hole, but the danger was not gone yet. Everyone on the ship was scared. They think that we will not be alive now, because the fuel for running the ship was also 3 days. And the food has also been wasted now. They didn't have anything left to eat. Now, in such a situation, the second captain of the ship instigates everyone against the new captain, and says that we will have to blast the fuel. The captain may refuse a lot, but we will all freeze here and die. Everyone was talking about the other captain. They go and shut down the new captain, after which they all start their mission. They were going to take these 5 tanks of fuel a little far and blast it. Petrov tries to explain to them a lot that don't do this. No one listens to him, and they do the blast, which was of no use. This plan had failed them. After all this, the new captain of the ship did not understand anything. What should he do? That's why he was trying to jump out of the ship in his uniform and die. But before that, he would have lost his life. Petrov sees him and says that you don't need to do this. We will face this problem together. Everyone on the ship was very ashamed of their stupidity. They wasted all the fuel. They all go to the new captain's office together and apologize to him. The captain forgave everyone. On the other side, we see Petrov's wife. When she was on the ship, she left to save their lives. There is shown on the ship that a man is coming and telling everyone that a very big storm is coming towards us. When they saw there was a crack in the snow, seeing this, everyone is scared. They could see their death. Petrov tells everyone that we will take our ship on the crack of the snow. But everyone else says that there is a big danger in this. Petrov says that no, we can do all this. Now the new captain was also ready to support Petrov, because he had already known his ability. Petrov says that I will go in the helicopter and tell you the way ahead, because his radar was already broken. Petrov tells the captain that you will bring the ship from behind. But the new captain tells him that I will tell you the way through the helicopter, and you will stay on the ship, because you know your ship well. After this, everyone was excited and started doing their work. Now the new captain tells them the way through the helicopter. We see such a big ship. It passes from a distance of less than 10 meters to a mountain of 100-meter high snow. But the captain's helicopter was still near that snowy mountain, because the wind was very strong. And that's when he gets stuck in that snowy mountain and falls. Seeing this, Petrov tells the ship to turn back. The captain and the pilot, who were going to drown in the water, had completely lost their hope that Petrov would come to save them. They knew that he had already made such a mistake and been suspended.
Due to saving a man, he was removed from the captain's post. But still, now Petrov comes to save them. Everyone was stopping him, but he brings the ship towards them. When the captain is about to drown, Petrov comes and saves them. Petrov's team also came, which helped them. They all came to the ship safely, and they were very happy that they were saved from such a big problem. Now they go ahead and find Petrov's wife on the ship, with which they fill fuel in their ship, and then all of them happily move on. Everyone had easily overcome a very big problem. Everyone was saved. His picture is also printed in the newspaper, which was printed by Petrov's wife. They had spent 133 days on this ship. So, no matter how big a problem a person is, if he tries, he can succeed. And with this movie ends here.